hairs might come out, you know.
Okay, so we're live. So I hope you can see the little red over here live.
Yeah. Yep, I see it.
Countdown. Okay, yeah, so we're live. I'm going to go ahead and start.
Okay.
It takes a little moment for it to click on. All right, there we go. Dre, how tall are you?
5'11".
Okay, yeah, I look like a little. I'm trying to raise my seat up. I'm like, let me get out here with him. I'm like, okay, but it's fine.
5'11", 6 foot on a great day.
Woo.
On a real good day where the Lord is shining on me, I might break barely 6 feet, but nah. My son got all the height. I got nothing.
Man, that's a tall, big kid right there.
Yeah.
I feel like, if it came down to it, you might lose, Dre.
Nah, shit. I got the psychological thing on my side because he think I'm crazy, so I play on that.
Oh, he
think I'm out of my mind. He's like, this old nigga's crazy. I'm like, yeah, I want you to believe that. Till I'm dead. I want you to believe that.
Know that fear. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
It's like, man, if it really had to come down to it, I got 2 good hits on him. If he don't go down, fuck, I quit.
Oh.
Like, bink, if you don't stumble.
4 people in the room. Hi, everybody. Dre and I are just chit-chatting really quick. Thank you guys for showing. Like, if you guys can comment, we'll know who's in here so we can give you guys a shout out and thank you for coming in to see us. And please remember to share out the live for us. We would greatly appreciate that. Dre, if you need a moment to do it too, go ahead.
To do what?
To share. That's what you're doing. Hey, Ed. What's up, girl? Thanks for coming through. Y'all see, I got my little fan. I got to get me. I think, they had that, where them fans at era, and all the good fans got sold out. So now I got to use this little cardboard box. Whew. So, whatever works.
Exactly.
Go. Hey, Larisha. Hey, cuz. Thanks for coming through. So, at 8:05, I'm going to go ahead and dive in and get started.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, make sure you guys share this out. We really want to get people to come in and talk to us and listen to Andre's story. We were supposed to have Bryant, but he was caught up at an event. He is a chef. So he's going to have to make it up to me with a meal. Listen, that man food be looking so good, like it's a problem. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's him and another, hey, cousin Adrian. It's him and another guy. Another girl. I was like, stop posting your food. Like, I'm trying to,
you getting big looking at it.
Yeah, and I'm like, every time I'm looking and they're doing like close-up shots and everything. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I'll go ahead and dive right on in. So to this. I wanna read some of these facts. Hey Tasia, I want to read some of these facts and I want to make sure that everything is clear and people understand. So I'm reading to make sure all the information is here. Okay. So tonight's conversation is an important one because we're talking about men's health, cancer awareness, and real stories from Andre, who is currently facing one of these battles, which Andre is facing prostate cancer. So we're going to be talking to him. Thank you, Andre, for coming and joining me on Oscar Rococo. So I'm going to give some facts about both cancers, and then we're just going to go ahead and dive into your story.
Okay.
So Black men are about 1 in 6 likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer during their lifetime. 1 in 6. Is it something that you knew, Andre? Is that something that they shared with you?
Something I found out. Well, I knew it was kind of high within Black men, and but it was that ratio, or probably even more than that, was something that I found out after I was diagnosed.
Likewise with women with breast cancer, as you know, that I had, like, I'm like, golly, what we do? Like, we get all the big numbers, right?
Yeah.
So, and Black men are also about 20% more likely to be diagnosed with colorectal. Okay, I'm trying to these braces. Okay, y'all, excuse me if I pronounce something funny. It's because I'm still getting these lips to get used to these braces.
Yeah.
Um,
How long you had them?
I've had them actually going on 2 weeks.
Okay.
So like they're really, really freshly new. But Black men are also about 20% more likely to be diagnosed with colorectal cancer compared to any other groups. That's high as well, you know.
Yeah, right.
But colorectal cancer is one of the most commonly diagnosed cancers among men. So that happens more. So I end up dropping my little sample kit, but I got one in the mail because I think at 40 or 45 they start sending this out. But because I had my cancer battle, they want to make sure they check for everything. So I just got mine in and I kind of rolled my eyes, but I know it's important for me to do it. I'm tired of test. I'm tired of being poked. I'm tired of all of that type of stuff, and I just come with the experience. But this is why these numbers and conversations like this really, really matter. We need to like talk about it, share it with people that we love and care about, because like you have a son. How old is he?
26.
26. Yes. Yeah. I have daughters. This is stuff that we pray that it don't touch anybody else we love.
Exactly.
We pray that it stops exactly where it is. Okay, we go through the battle and nobody else that we love will have to deal with it. That's the prayer. And so Andre, I'm gonna allow you to tell us about yourself. I'll just say Andre is an Air Force veteran and mechanic, and he is again battling prostate cancer. So go ahead, Andre, tell us about yourself. Yours.
Where should I start?
You're a veteran of where? Of what?
Sir. Air Force. I was aircraft maintenance. Specifically aircraft weapons. So took some time after I got out of the military and trying to figure my life out. I was mad at the Air Force when I got out, and I didn't want to do nothing having to do with aircraft, but my calling is my calling, and what I know how to do is try to get away from the game, and the game pulled me back. So after I went to school for a while at UDC for aircraft maintenance, because I was working on getting my airframe and power plant license. Finished that up. I never got my license though, but I had a buddy of mine that works where I work now. Well, he used to work there. I met him way back in '96 when after I first joined the military. And 20-something years later, he was like, "Yo, you finished with school?" I said, "Yeah." He was like, "Come on down here and get some of this Lockheed money." I said, "Bet." And I started there as a mechanic, and I was a mechanic there for about a year and a half, and then I got promoted to supervision. Okay. I've been a supervisor about 4 years now. Well, so I'm supervisor of the weapons program.
Okay.
So, and we do. I'm working on a Navy base, but we work for Lockheed Martin, and we do testing and all of that stuff.
I'll give you a vibe.
We do a lot of testing and stuff for the Navy and Marines.
Okay.
So, fast forward to August of, well, let me go back a little further than that. I got a physical done. It's 2024. And I just got a physical and all of that stuff, just make sure I'm all right. And he did some blood work, saw some numbers were a little high. Mm-hmm. And went back, did some more blood work, and he was like, "Yeah, those numbers are still high." The what they call a PSA, prostate something assessment numbers. And they said they usually want your numbers around 3.5, 3.5, and mine were close to 6 and close to 6 and close to 5. So it was like, it's a little.
Yeah. There's what's going on with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I went back.
prior to this, you had no signs of anything. Like you were just living life, feeling like okay.
And no symptoms, stomach pain or nothing like that. And so they were gonna do a prostate exam, and it was like, instead of having you keep coming back and forth, they just went on and did a biopsy, a prostate biopsy. I don't wish that shit on nobody. I'm being dead serious. I don't wish that on nobody. That is uncomfortable pain. That is.
You might want to check the connection settings in the Google Home app.
That's Alexa. You say she want to get involved.
Alexa talking to her. Everybody talking to her.
Mine just lit up too when I said the name. Oops.
And and I waited about 2 weeks and got my results. They called me in to give me my results. And this was August of 2024. And that was when they told me that they did find cancer. It was all along one side of my prostate. Of course,
let me pause you for a second before you, because I know the breakdown. Trust me.
Yeah.
I know we get that. So a lot of us, we don't have prostates. Hi, Ebony. Thanks for coming in, Serena and Kevin. So when they did this, because I want to go back to what you were like, you don't wish this on anybody. So this means when you got this biopsy, were you numbed at all? Like, what did they numb you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's not.
It ain't wasn't enough.
I'm trying. They gave me a lot of numbing.
Okay.
And I'm trying not. I want to be detailed, but I don't want to freak anybody out.
Yeah.
Basically, your legs is in the air, and
they got
small incision. They make a small incision under your man business.
Yeah.
And they have this little gun. And they steady numbing me, Mind you, they numb you with a needle, so that shit hurts too.
Yeah.
So after they get me as numb as they possibly can, you still feel it, but it's just like
pressure,
pushing,
maybe?
like a
because
it's like a gun, and they taking bits and pieces, and they have to do 10 spots, 2 shots each, so it's 20 different hits, and you feel it like up in your stomach, like.
Oh wow! Okay, that was not my experience. Okay, of course.
And they said that in the way that I did it with being numbed and all of that stuff, they said that's the way that most people do it because it's quicker. The other way, they'd have to knock you out like a full blown operation.
Right.
I don't want to do all that.
Yeah,
because that they would have pushed it out too long, and then it would have been a much longer process.
Yeah,
so I was like, all right,
I want to bring up, because I remember you posting something, and then I inboxed you and I was like, hey, is everything okay? And you were sharing it with me, and then you're a veteran, so you have military insurance. Is that like your first insurance, or do you your secondary? Like, how does
I usually use it as my first. I kept a secondary insurance through my job just for my son, but then now he's got his own. So I mostly use VA as my primary, because I don't really have to pay any out of pocket.
Right. Okay.
So
do you feel did they move fast for you?
Pretty much. I mean,
I know, because when you're nervous, you kind of be like hurt. Look, like I need to know.
Some stuff the VA tends to drag their feet, but I think the timeline of everything was pretty decent.
Okay.
So August, I got the diagnosis.
Yeah.
That hurt.
In there, they call. So I'm so sorry. I feel like I keep interrupting you, but I just want to get us in there in the room with you, so to speak. So they called you, or they sent the email, say come in.
They called me.
They called you on the phone. Okay.
They called me, and there was an appointment to come in because they didn't want to tell me over the phone.
Yeah.
So I went in, talked to them, and they gave me, and they said, well, we have your results from your biopsy, and we did find cancer. And just that, it was just like my heart sank. It was just like, wow.
I mean, when you hear that C word,
yes, and it's associated
no
with
one
a name like that.
No one ever wants to hear that C word.
It's
yeah,
scary.
it's the scariest thing ever.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
So I damn near cried all the way home. I'm fighting as hard as I can, but
Yeah.
and I stopped at my mother and father's house. At my mother and father's house to talk to them. I tears in my eyes, and my mother's looking worried. My father, you know, he was trying to figure out what's going on and everything. You know,
Well, let me ask you this, because Ebony's asking. We're an interactive live, so when people ask, questions, I do want to. So, you know, I don't want us to get too far away from it because we're right here at it. At that point, did they give you your stage when they told you?
Yeah, they worded it a little different, but it was like what they said, phase 2 intermediate.
Okay.
So basically, kind of stage 2 with high alert.
Okay.
They explained to me that prostate cancer, even though it's very common, that it's one of the slower moving cancers to deal with. And they gave me my options. What they called aggressive monitoring, which is basically once a year I come in and get a biopsy. And I'm like,
okay, you ain't going through that again.
No,
it's the same thing. Oh yeah, you're like,
nothing. Right now, what else you got? The surgery, which is to remove your prostate.
Okay.
And the second option was just radiation.
Okay.
I went to, so I was originally scheduled to get the surgery December of 2024.
Okay.
And they had to stop on the table because of the way I'm built. I had the tube down my throat and everything to breathe for me and help me breathe and everything. But the way I'm built and the way you have to be positioned on the table, they said they couldn't regulate my breathing or they would have lost me on the table. So they had to abort everything.
They said, we can't
Yeah,
do that.
because it was like the way I'm kind of heavy, and basically the way you do it is you on a big flat surface, and it's robotic. It's somebody in another room working controls.
Right.
Some shit. And it's like this big metal. It looked like a transformer or something that turned into a fucking spider or something. It's weird. And you're basically upside down. So, like I said, I'm kind of a heavy dude, and all of that, on whatever weight I do have, was pressing on my lungs. So they couldn't regulate my breathing. So I had to opt out for the radiation treatment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were like, okay.
I was
let's
like,
do the radiation then.
I just looked at it as a blessing in disguise. Like,
yeah.
All right, God didn't want me to have to lose no parts. You know, it can be treated a different way.
Right.
So, after all of that, I did my radiation treatment at Georgetown Medical Center at Southern Maryland Hospital.
Okay.
So I started radiation treatment. I had to go every day for 8 weeks. It's 6.5 weeks, something like that.
So when you told your parents and they were trying to digest this thing, because as a parent, I can't even imagine it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. They were cool. They were, you know, of course they were super supportive.
Right.
My mother, she worried, and my father, he was, you know, it kind of hit him a little bit, and he said, let's do what we got to do, get the steps done, and he said, keep your prayers up. He said, we're gonna get through this. He said, we're gonna knock this out, and that's exactly what we did, man. And
so did you at that point tell your son, or did you wait to tell him, or like?
I told him that day.
You told him that day? Okay.
Yeah, I told him that day. I don't think he was home when I told my mom and dad. I think he came home later.
Right.
And I told him then. Okay. And you know, it took the breath out of him too. But you know, him being the way he is, he was always comforting. You know,
right.
He said, well, you know, same thing like my dad. He said, well, we're gonna get through this.
I wanted to tell everybody that Andre is a single dad. His son is 26 years old, so
I'm a retired single dad.
Retired.
My boy told me I'm an advisor now. He says,
advisor.
Yeah, I'm not a dad no more. I'm just an advisor.
You're the advisor. Oh, you got stripped of the dad and telling him what to do.
Yeah, because he old girl. He's 26 years old now. Yeah. Hey, you know.
That's funny. So yeah, so you were able to tell him, and as scary as it is, I know he was, supportive and stuff like that. So that's good. Yeah. I think it is good information that it's one of the slow moving cancers, because the breast cancer that I was diagnosed with was triple negative. I was also stage 2, and this is something that I wanted to explain to everybody, that cancer is not cancer. There are different types of cancer, of course. Each body part, but there are different treatments for each thing. There's different chemos, immunotherapy, like that came out during my treatment. I was able to do that, thank God.
Right.
And things of that nature. So, I normally wouldn't have even mixed this conversation with colorectal, but because we're talking about men's health, I think this is very, very important to put it together, even though this is colorectal awareness month.
Right.
Definitely, and I don't know when prostate cancer month is, but it just so happens March.
I want to say April.
Here, it's April.
I think so. I might be wrong.
Okay.
I know the color is light blue. I was asking about that. I was like, so what color ribbon do I get? I want to be all in it. I want
be in it. I'm telling you.
And they said the ribbon color is light blue, and I want to say it's April. I might be wrong. April, like August, something like that.
We can look that up. But we'll make sure we give some shout outs and then do some more awareness. Thanks, Richard, for coming in, and everyone else has decided to come in. You guys, please share the live out so Andre's story in this interview can get to other people, please. Thank you. So, okay. So son on board. Now, as far as your family, anybody like grandparents, uncles, like, are you the first one?
Yeah. With prostate cancer, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
With prostate cancer, yes. My one of my mother's brothers, my uncle, he had colon cancer.
Okay.
We lost him to colon cancer. My grandmother, my mother's mom, she had stomach cancer. And that took her many years ago. I was a young kid when she passed away. But as far as prostate cancer, no, I'm the only one.
Okay. Thanks, Ebony. Ebony said that she looked it up. Prostate Cancer Awareness Month is in September. So,
September. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Thanks, Ebony. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Thank you. That's my son's birthday month, so I can throw in there too. Yeah.
Throw that in there. Yeah. I mean, listen, you gotta, as hard as it is to accept some stuff, I mean, you gotta be able to accept it just so you and like try to move on and fight this thing, And what you guys don't know is I was all in Andre's inbox. Okay, he was talking about it, y'all. I was right up in there. I'm like, "How are you? What they doing?" I'm like, "You make sure that they do this and they do that, and stuff like that, because I wanted you to make sure you was straight, And I know how scary it is. I know how scary it is. It takes you on a mental gymnastics. Like,
oh my God,
I felt like my life.
I'll explain
time that I wasted, like so much stuff, this time.
I was in a therapy group for it. I did therapy. It was the VA reached out to me, after I finished treatments and everything, and they reached out. Was like, would you like to be a part of therapy sessions? To talk about your journey, to talk about how you're feeling, how treatment made you feel, how you feeling after treatment. Do you feel your body coming back to you? And because I'll tell you.
I know when I had Kaiser, and so they were like, this is the setup. You're gonna have the surgeon, you're gonna have your oncologist and stuff, because I had to do chemo. You did not, chemo was not on the table for you.
No, it was just radiation. Right.
So this is another thing we're talking about. So like, he didn't have to do chemo, but he did the radiation. I did chemo and radiation, and I did have to do it every day too.
Yeah.
And then I had to do immunotherapy, whatever. Even though I was stage 2, mine was aggressive. He's stage 2, but his is not aggressive again. So some people say, well, it's cancer. It's really not. It's so much more, to that. It's so much more. Thanks, Ebony. Thanks for coming in. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ebony.
So, with the radiation, did you drive yourself? Did somebody go with you?
I drove myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I drove myself. I would go right around, in the morning. I went right around lunchtime. 12, 1 o'clock. And I'd be only in there for about 10, 20 minutes at the max. It didn't take long at all. But I took that time off of work just because, because I was going to try and go to work through it all. And one of my guys I work with was like, stay home. He was like, this place will be here. Take that time. They're going to give you that time. And I was out for 8 weeks with 100% pay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a blessing because you're trying to work, you're trying to so it's a lot. And people don't sometimes you want to work so you don't have to think about it. You don't want to sit in the quiet because think about it. Oh my God. Let me ask you this. Did you go on Google? Or did you stay away from did you go on Google like after your diagnosis and stuff? Did you go look up stuff on Google or you were like, no, I'm not even gonna go down that road?
No, I went down that rabbit hole after treatment.
Okay.
And because I was worried about my recovery.
Okay.
And so part of treatment, aside from the daily radiation, you have to take these shots. And they last for 3 months apiece. And it's a hormone suppression. Basically, it stops testosterone.
Okay.
So, which causes hot flashes.
I'm sorry. You know why I'm laughing, y'all. I'm not laughing at Dre because of the hot flash. I'm laughing only because before we came on here, we were about to say I had one, and I was like, oh my God. And I was kind of like, you men, you got it so good. You don't have to go through this. And he was like, wait a minute. I want to tell you. And so he's telling us now that he did have to go through some hot flashes. So we want to hear about the men hot flashes. Go ahead.
Yes. And the wild part of it would out of nowhere. And sometimes if it's already warm in the room, that's when they kick up. Or just like I had this, if I don't know if you can't see it now, but I kept it downstairs when I'm, chilling, watching TV.
Yeah.
Had this big ass fan blowing on me all the time because it feel like your head swelling up and getting hot. It's like, what the shit, here we come. And other times it would happen and I'd be at work and I wouldn't feel hot.
Yeah.
But I'm just drenched in sweat. And folks be like, dude, are you all right? What's going on?
Right.
Like,
Like, you about to pass out.
I'm like, hot flash, man. I'm all right. It'll pass in a minute. And like I said, I'm going through all of this. My first shot was in March. And my second shot was in July, June, something like that. Each shot was 3 months. And then, so like I said, that shuts off testosterone. And I think they do that because it helps the radiation take a little better. And they want you to drink a good bit of water before you come in because they say your bladder pushes your prostate away out to where it's by itself and you can get to it a little better.
Wow.
The flashes and just the weight gain, that was a big thing too. And that was one thing. That was one of the biggest things that hurt me the most because I had just lost a good bit of weight and I was working out pretty good. I went from 343 down to 275.
Wow. Yeah, I knew you dropped a lot. I was like, okay, he is not playing.
Yeah. I was down to 275 and then I was kind of eating a little bit. My diet kind of fell off, but I was still exercising, especially while I was out for treatment.
It almost like they gave you women hormones. I mean,
that's kind of sort of what it is. I mean, a man produces estrogen, but not like that. But
and they just stop testosterone.
what's
That's
left.
what's gonna come into
Yeah. So it fucks with you. And I already battled depression,
right.
that was diagnosed from when I was in the military. So
Mm-hmm.
dealing with all of that is like fuck. And then I noticed it. When I rang the bell and I watched the video of myself, I was like, God,
right.
I gained my weight back and I'm looking crazy. And some of everything went through my mind. It was hurt that I gained it back, ashamed, some of everything.
I mean, I was already, my weight kind of like fluctuated and stuff anyway. So I've been small, I've been chunky, I've been both. But, at the time, for me with the chemo, like I always laugh at myself. But I was like, I look like a chicken nugget, right? You remember the chicken nugget commercials? Yeah, they had the raisins that we singing, and then they had the chicken nuggets or whatever. And it's just like brown, and you see eyeballs, right? No eyebrows. And I laugh at myself because I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I could do that. And I was like, oh my God, I look like a round, chicken nugget. And then my grandson, being kids, kids are kids. So he's like squishing my head, squishy. And I done lost my hair, you know what I mean? And I'm like bald headed. And then I'll tease him like, Rome, do you want your hair like grandma? And his hair at the time was down,
Yeah.
Like, no. And he just kind of looked at me, But it takes, this is another reason I was saying it's different in that way because your physical changes a lot. Yeah. And so you had the weight gain. Nobody, just looking at you, they wouldn't have known that you were going through this battle, and things like that. But that kind of leads me to another discussion of leaving people alone, right? Because you don't know by looking at them, the storms or whatever is going on with them. And we wonder why people out here snapping and stuff going left because they're dealing with battles that you had depression.
I've done it. I've had to snap on people. These are like some of my Mason brothers. They hadn't seen me, and the first thing they can think of, oh, you gained some weight? You gained some weight?
Right.
That's not a greeting, motherfucker. That's not how you talk to people. And I'm like, yes, I did. I also battled cancer. You want to talk about that too?
And it's like, oh, snap. Yeah.
Yeah, now, how them toes taste? You got your foot
Right. You're saying it's a crazy mess. No, oh, yeah, I volunteered to shave my eyebrows. No, they fell out. I had chemo. Where are your eyelashes? Those gone too, So I like chicken nugget. I get it, It is what it is, But yeah, the weight gain and and then like for me, they're like, it's so important for you to lose weight. I'm like, look.
They tell me that if I got the sniffles, man, so I don't even.
Yeah, you gotta lose weight. Well, duh. You know what I mean?
Weight gain is why I got the flu. Yeah, all right, man.
Help, and I was like, help me then. You want me to lose this weight? Help me. The DLPs came out, and I'm not gonna go down that whole. I'll talk about that at another time on another show. But there was a whole thing about even getting that. I'm like, okay, for me, and people don't know. I have heart disease, right? They don't know where it came from. They don't know. They still don't know. They said maybe when I was a kid, I had it, and I had strep throat. And strep throat, certain type of childhood diseases that you can get that will attack stuff. Wow. So I'm like, wait a minute, I done pushed kids out and no one ever knew.
Yeah.
No one ever knew. I'm gonna do a topic about heart disease too at some point. But I'm like, oh my God, I'm walking around and I could have just dropped it. You know what I mean? Like that was scary. Yeah. And so now, I'm on medication for that. And then here I am with another. Now, of course, the depression has kicked in.
Yeah.
I didn't Google that. I'm like, oh my God, what are the chances? And then I had to get an ICD. So I have a pacemaker.
Oh, wow. Really?
They said my heart function had went down so low. They want to make sure that I'm, if it ever tried to stop, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Dre, I'm telling you. Wow. And then only for me to go, sorry guys, I'm not hijacking this, but I just really want to share with you guys this. Okay. So anyway, and so I go in, right? Because if you have other elements going on, your treatment depends on that.
Right.
Like if you have, diabetes, you have certain things, your treatment, they gotta make it fit and make it work. So when I got there, they were like, oh no, we don't know exactly what to do because you have if we give you this type of chemo, it damages people's heart. So a lot of people who have used that one chemo, they call it the red devil, they end up getting heart failure, which actually happened to my mom. So sometimes when you're trying to fix cancer, something else go wrong and go left. So they were like, oh, we're not going to be able to give you the whole treatment. So then I'm like, well, dang, if I can't get the whole treatment, what I'm going to do? You know, but by the grace of God, that year, I was diagnosed December of 21, but July 21, they actually FDA passed for Keytruda. I don't know if you ever heard the Keytruda
I've heard
commercial. So that's immunotherapy for cancer, and that's what I was able to take that treatment.
Okay.
I never, like I said, I couldn't take this. So I had some hope. I was like, okay. One of my good friends, she was actually did the trials and she got it. You know, she was one of the people that it really, really worked for. Yeah. And so they put it out here. So it was a blessing because some people, one of my girlfriends, she had it a year before me. She had to do red devil.
Mm. You locked up on them.
Are messing up. I think it may be something going on with the Wi-Fi. I'm here.
Okay.
Yours on my end is acting a little weird. So, but we're good. We're still here. So, so it's like that type of stuff. So when it came to you, they just were like, okay, we're going to do the radiation, and that doesn't. You don't have any other elements that you had.
No, that was the thing. That was a big thing. It was like you have no. It was like your blood sugar's good. You're not anywhere close to being a diabetic. You don't have heart disease, anything like that. It was like you're pretty much perfectly healthy, other than being slightly overweight and sleep apnea. That's it.
Right. Yeah, I had that too.
So
I want to shout out my girl Trina DC. Thank you, because Dre, for me, my girl, my best friend right here, she took me to my chemo treatments.
Okay.
I didn't have to drive. She took me every week to my chemo. And she was like in a job transition, so she was off, but she sacrificed. She just been chilling and relaxing because she didn't have to work, She took me, and she couldn't go in with me again because of at the time I was dealing with it, it was COVID, so I had to still be by myself, but she really supported me and was able to take me. So that took like a lot of pressure off. And being able to have somebody there to listen with me as the doctor telling you stuff, because let me tell you, your mind.
Oh yeah,
it's so overwhelmed. You don't hear everything. You know what I mean? Like you're like, what happened? What they saying? So what are they saying? Because if you don't, you're so overwhelmed. You don't know. What's happening. So it is good that you were able to take that time off. It's good that you were able to still go to your appointment, and get your stuff on your own. So that was good. That was good in that way.
Yeah.
Oh, and then having your parents, like. My mom passed away when I was 23 of breast cancer. So I didn't have my mom to tell. Then my father has dementia.
Right.
I never told him. My dad don't know.
Oh, wow.
Because I felt like
I didn't know he had dementia.
Yeah, my dad is bedridden and he has dementia. He remembers us on good days and stuff like that. But my younger sister, shout out to Serena, she fully takes care of him. It was a lot easier when I could telework, because I could at least go over and telework with them sometimes just to help, take the load off, of her. So, but yeah, I knew I always, like, one time I came in, my dad just held my hand for a long period of time and he was just looking at me and I was like, oh no. Because I tried to put makeup on, like, again, I ain't had no eyebrows and stuff. So I'm trying to like conceal it so people don't look at it, because when you go through chemo, you have a look. You just have a look. Because something looks to you for people like something, they're probably sick or something like that. And he was just looking at me, and I just felt like I gotta play this, like everything good. Because I don't want my dad worrying about me, and stuff. He got enough on his plate, going from a man that it was Mr. Fix It All,
exactly,
doing everything for us and helping us even with grandkids, to now having to completely depend on us, on his daughter.
I know the feeling. That you, as you know, back in October, I lost my father.
Yeah.
So it was Superman until, hey, come on down, son. All right. It's all good. Yeah. You want to say, hey, I'm on a podcast.
Yeah, come on. What's his name, Jay?
Hey,
Introduce
Jay.
him.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, AJ. Hey,
That's my
handsome.
friend Cole. That's my friend Cole. This is the big guy right here. This is our big
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, how you doing? Dama told me you're doing a podcast.
Yeah. We talking about my cancer journey, and she's had to
Yeah.
go through her own cancer journey as well. So
Yeah.
you know,
Is this live?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it's
Yeah, we're live. We're live. You
Yeah,
mind
it's
asking
live.
him a couple questions?
Hmm?
You
Ask
mind
me or
asking
him?
you?
Oh, go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Do you want to share with us the first time that you heard your dad came to you and told you about his battle?
About what? About his cancer battle?
Yeah, about his cancer battle.
Well, at first I was a little heartened by it, as of course, 'cause he's my father,
Yeah.
and luckily he's pulling through. Thank God.
Yeah.
And I've been praying for him, and of course, I'm not gonna lie. When he first told me about it, I was kind of scared because you know,
Shit, I was real scared.
yeah, because a lot of times people don't beat it, but thankfully he's beating it. He's beating it. He beat it. So should I say?
Yes.
And but yes, like I said, it's just been good. I'm glad that he doesn't have to go through that anymore.
Yeah.
Good. Now, thank you for that. I have 3 daughters, and I know like they were. I mean, I could just talk. He and I, as parents, we're scared because we want to be here. We want to be here for our kids. We want to see. We have this whole dream about our kids, seeing the grandkids, seeing them grow up. We want that.
Yeah.
And then we don't want to leave our kids behind, and and stuff like that. And so we're thinking about how we feel, but then we're also thinking about you guys and trying to encourage y'all and be strong for y'all too. So he has sat here and spoke good things about you. You're a great son. And I think he's done a really good job. I told him you bigger than him now. So he like, that don't mean nothing. But I'm like, oh no, So, but he was just talking about you guys losing your granddad. And so sorry for your loss. I know how Dre always posted up pops,
Yeah, that was my man.
And then
that was my man right there.
Yeah, I miss him, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about him.
Yeah.
And just like I was thinking about just the good memories we had, and he was the one who actually taught me mostly how to drive.
Yeah.
And without him, I would have never gotten my license, probably. And
grouchy old man in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust me, I lived it too.
But yeah, he taught me how to drive and stuff, and he always, no matter what, he would always get it for you. And no matter what he had to do, he would always get it for you, whatever you wanted or whatever you needed.
Yeah.
And
he'd find a way to come through.
Yeah.
All the time.
Like me, like I said, I was thinking about. Well, actually, I wasn't thinking about. I said I did want to do this. I wanted to get a tattoo of him, and I wanted to get. I don't know if you're into anime or not, but there's this thing called. You ever heard of a show called Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta catch them all.
Say again?
I don't know. I thought it was you gotta catch them all. Is that no? That's Pokemon. Sorry.
That's Pokemon. Yeah.
I'm old. Forgive me.
Check the connection settings in the Google Home app.
God.
But like I'm a huge anime, but I mainly love Dragon Ball.
Okay.
So I was gonna get the sand symbol. For those who's watching, y'all probably that are anime fans, y'all probably know what that is.
Yeah.
I was gonna get the sand symbol, and then I put his name and his date of birth on me, and also for that is because he would buy me a lot of Dragon Ball Z stuff like the games, mugs, whatever that and stuff, and I was just another thing is I was just thinking about whenever me and him were on the porch, I would be on the porch watching some UFC fights.
Mhm.
If you watch, you know what UFC is.
I know. Yeah, I do know what that is. Yeah.
But yeah, I love that too. But I'll be on the porch watching UFC, and my grandfather would be on there.
It was cool.
Yeah,
it was cool. And it was funny.
Yeah, yeah,
He made it funny as hell.
yeah, and you did too.
The commentary, right?
Yeah, like he made some funny comments about it too, like making fun of Bruce Buffer, the way he announces.
Oh my god!
But
super animated.
Yeah, like
loud.
Yeah, but yeah, I was just it was just fun with the three of us watching that together and stuff. But
we're very, very, very blessed. A lot of folks don't have grandfathers. I never even met any of I had one grandma, that was it. But to be able to have that type of moment, and then how would you and your dad, like that generation, that thing that y'all got there as a memory. I love the idea of the tattoo. I have a tattoo with my mom on here. Her name is Pearl. So it's like some hands and they're like holding some pearls.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has like her name Pearl at the bottom. And I always feel like she's with me.
Yeah.
So I definitely, if that's something that's gonna, if your dad approves, you're 26, you do what you know.
He already got a rack of them.
Okay, you already okay. Well then,
don't know if you can see it, but
okay. Well then,
yeah, I've already got like 4 tattoos. I might get another one by the month.
Yeah, he addicted. I told him, I was like, you about to get addicted to it.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, he ready to go get another one.
But yeah, like you just said, like doing that lets me know that he's always with you.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, that's a good thing you just said there. So.
That's good. Well, I'm so glad that your dad came on here. He's just telling us about his diagnosis, how he felt. I see him, going to work and working out and, doing this thing. And I remember saying, slow down, like take it easy. Like, man, should you be resting or something? But, that's
I'm the same way.
That's me being a woman. Like, because I wasn't about to see no gym, but that's me. Like my battle was different. But for men, and I was gonna have another guy that wasn't able to make it tonight. It was the same thing with him. I'm like, this dude outside running. I'm like, you better make sure. Now he was doing chemo. I don't want you to get sick. So take it easy. Take it easy.
Mm-hmm.
But for guys, y'all are so used to going. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to be able to sit down. So let me ask this. How has this journey changed the way you look at life?
For me or him?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Dre. I'm so sorry. But you can answer it too. Like, how has it changed for you, Andre? And then son, because I didn't forget your name that fast. I'm so sorry. AJ, blame the old brain. Hard to get my kids' names right. How has it changed your life?
I'm a lot more cautious. And I feel like I was always kind of like in the military. You have to get a physical every year. It's mandatory.
Okay.
So I continued that when I got out, and I've changed up a lot of habits. A lot, especially my eating.
Yeah.
It was a wake up. It was like, damn, I'm here.
Right.
Like I'm not 20 no more. And 19, 20, 21 years old. You feel like you're indestructible. You feel like these days is gonna be a long time away. Like
right.
I'm here. I'm with it. I'm shit. Next January, I'm 50. So I'm this is where I'm at. And it wakes you up and it makes you definitely appreciate stuff.
Yeah.
You definitely appreciate everything you've done up to this point. And it makes me on a day-to-day, it's like, all right, what can I do to keep going?
Right.
What can I do to keep, to get a little closer to taking better care of myself? What one more step can I take to live a little better?
Right. AJ, are you making him eat vegetables? Are you on him about what he's eating, watching over him, becoming protective?
Nah, but We and him are salad freaks. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, we go to Aldi's and buy all kind of salad stuff all the time,
Okay.
especially spinach and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
we salad freaks. So and cucumbers.
Okay.
He get lucky and bring home the good cucumbers. I go up that joint, they ain't got none. I'm like, man, damn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So AJ, do you feel like it changed you in a way too? Like with your dad, like maybe even your relationship with your dad. Do you feel like, it pulled you in closer than you were before? I mean, because I think you guys are probably already close, but did it make you feel? Yeah.
Well, for me, of course, this was back when I was younger. I wasn't really getting all that active and stuff, and plus being at school or high school, I was always made fun of because of my weight. And and then when I went to the doctor one day, they told me, I was at risk of what do you call it?
Pre-diabetic.
Yeah, that and the risk of a stroke. And I was like,
oh,
don't want
for that. Yeah.
don't want to do that. But this was about a year ago, and over the course, I did start going to the gym, but I went to this gym called Planet Fitness. It was okay, but it didn't really have a lot.
Yeah.
And then a couple years later, I switched over to this place called One Life Fitness, which is a whole lot better.
One Life in Clinton.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that place is amazing.
Got a pool?
Yeah, it's got a pool, which I've been doing because I love swimming.
Yeah.
And
it was the old Toys R Us in Clinton. They took that big ass building and made it a gym. That thing is insane.
Yeah,
that place is
Smart
crazy.
Move.
And ever since then, when I got the membership, there was never a doubt I didn't want to go. And even if I did go, if it was like a short day, I would just maybe do like 30 minutes of the treadmill and stuff like that. And another thing they have is the boxing, which I've been getting into because I've been doing a lot of boxing too. Boxing training. And
he's 6'4" and 300 pounds. He hit somebody, they going night.
Oh, heck yeah. And how tall is he?
6'4".
Yeah.
But now, like for the weight loss, now currently at first I weighed, when I started, I was like 362. Now I was at 362. No, the most I've weighed was 370. Yeah, now
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but this was back when I was that was back years ago.
Yeah.
But now I'm down to 333.
Okay.
That's like almost 40 pounds.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to get like but yeah, I'm want to lose more because I just want to feel comfortable in my body.
Yeah. Well, I definitely wish you the luck coming from a thicker woman, big girl, on that weight loss thing, because that's definitely a challenge. But I do think that it definitely plays a role in a whole lot of our health stuff, especially in the African American community. And so, like, even I don't think they said anything to you, Dre, that it was your weight that led to this. I don't think that's how it works. Or did
it's more or less it's one of them things, honestly, and then diet can play a role. Like I know I went through a time where I was eating a lot of garbage because I was eating a lot on the go.
Yeah.
And eating a lot on the fly, and then I got stuck into that. I was like, all right, I got to break this habit.
Right.
Especially after after I got sick, after treatment, all of that stuff. It was like, all right, what can I got to break this. I can't keep falling into this.
So
eating on the go, and so I cook more and try to meal prep a little bit here and there. Yeah. And just the biggest thing they tell me to stay away from processed foods, and I'll tell you about why that is as well.
Right. Okay.
So you can go ahead and go eat. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, there was one more thing I want to say.
Oh, okay.
But for the weight loss, it's actually pretty good to lose weight, because when I go to the gym, like there be even people that I don't even know, they say they see me in there working and grinding. So that's another
yeah.
And like,
like seeing that.
yeah, and like I said, it's people that I've never even seen before.
That's encouraging, though.
Yeah, exactly.
It is. Yeah. Good.
And one thing is, and like he just said, like I need to start doing that too. Meal prepping. Yeah, that because I don't want to keep buying a whole lot of fast food and stuff, like especially McDonald's, because McDonald's is like the worst.
Right. I mean, we can look at the food prices and grocery. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, y'all had a good choice just going to Aldi. So yeah, meal prep would definitely be good. I don't know how much you guys eat, because I mean, especially growing boys. I mean, my grandson around here trying to eat up everything in the house. He's 7. I'm like, boy, but everyone's like, he's a growing boy. He's hungry.
Yeah, all the time.
So yeah, that meal prep, like I'm like, shoot, you meal prep. How much you got to meal prep?
Not a lot.
How long does it last you?
Nah, not a lot. Mostly it's just for just so I have something to take to work with me.
Oh, okay.
And I don't snack a whole lot. Like I'll snack on I eat fruit here and there, or I got into rice cakes for some reason. I never thought I'd eat that shit, but yeah, it tastes pretty good. I was like, oh, that's all right, but I don't, it's mostly to have something decent to eat, so I'm not stopping somewhere or going somewhere to go, eat some bullshit. So
right. I get that.
Yeah. Well,
all right. It was good. Thanks for stopping in and talking to us.
Thank you.
I'll keep checking on you. Again? I'm Coco.
Coco. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Coco. You too, honey.
All right.
All them tattoos. I'm like, you can go get the tattoo. Lady, you're late. I already got all these tattoos.
One thing I wanted to talk about, an after effect of radiation, or I looked it up. It's called lymphedema, and lymphedema is basically damage to your lymphatic system, which pushes all your nutrients and stuff through your body. Either the cancer itself or the radiation can cause it. So, which is another reason why I had to switch up my diet. A lot of switching and getting away from a lot of processed food, because anything with a lot of salt, and that can trigger. And my stomach and my legs, my thighs will just swell up and be real tight. Like like some folks, you probably won't even notice it looking at me, but I can feel it because I can feel how tight my legs are.
Yeah.
So the treatment for that, because that's one of the few things in your body that doesn't regenerate or doesn't fix itself. There's no cure.
Wow.
So at times I wear like a compression suit, like from my stomach and my legs, and it just kind of it's basically like a massager. That's really what it is. Just a massager to get everything moving and all of that. So Spoda will do that at least 5 times a week. But I mean, if I do, because sometimes I'll just do my waist and my legs, my waist and my thighs, and sometimes I'll do the full legs, waist, and all of that.
Right.
But if I do the full one, like I'll usually do it after I get off work, I'm going to sleep. Off the top, I'm falling asleep. Because it lasts an hour. If you do the full one, I'm going to sleep. I'll start off watching TV because that's the best time to do the shit. And knocked out. The other one is just 15 minutes. I can knock that out, no problem.
They told me the same thing. So, and this arm here, like I got on this side is where I had my surgery. My incisions were, and so what they do is they go in, they'll take out lymph nodes to test it to see if any cancer is in your lymph nodes, which kind of means if it gone elsewhere in your body. So by the grace of God, thankfully, mine stayed within the breast. It did not travel to anywhere in my body, right? And so they're like, I can't get a shot over there. They're like, don't do anything to that arm. Like I probably can't get a tattoo over here. I can't get my blood taken. I can't get any type of anything.
Yeah.
because it
Can
can trigger.
you can't check your blood pressure on that on
Can't
me?
check, yes, that part. Can't check my blood pressure there or anything. So it's
Yeah.
like just leave whatever, with this arm alone.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow. I mean, because it's a system. It's like it's crazy. Like you never, like I would have never sat around and thought any of this type of stuff
No.
is connected in such a way, And so, but what message would you give? Because see, you didn't have symptoms, so you can't say, "Hey guys, watch out for these symptoms." But what other advice? It's like for me, I get mad at men who, because you say every year I go to the doctor. Some dudes be like, something else, I got a cough or I got this. I don't feel like going to the doctor. All they're gonna do is say, blah, 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 blah.
All the time.
Go anyway. But that's me as a woman, and nobody listens to us. So as a man, what would you tell them? What is your advice to other men?
Get checked out. Go get physicals. I mean, you pay health insurance for a fucking reason. Use it. Keep yourself, get all your numbers checked, blood sugar, get your heart checked, whatever physical fitness you do to kick your heart rate up and all of that. Get checked out. Go to the doctor. The doctor is not a scary place. I mean, do what you can so you can live, man. That's the thing.
We're older now. Like we can't be playing no games. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we shouldn't have been playing it as we were younger, but like we're middle aged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hate the way that's
other stuff, but that's where we are. That's where we at. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. If you can see how big look, when we started, I had my reading glasses on. I can't see, but now I got them all because on my iPad, I didn't zoom. I could see. You know what I mean? I was like, what's going on with my eyes?
Yeah.
But they were like, well, you're at this certain age when your body starts blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, I want to hear that. But it's the truth, And
I say that especially to my fellas, man. Just go get checked out. Go get looked at, man. Even if it's just an annual physical, just to do some blood work, urine work, whatever. Just go get checked out, man, and do what you can. If there is any problems, do what you got to do to try and catch that shit early. Luckily mine was caught early. I had no symptoms, and the only thing that was kind of disheartening about it, I asked, after radiation was done and the second hormone shot was, it was at its 3-month point. So it'd be another 3 months before I would start seeing my body coming back to myself. And was doing that, and it was the part that hurt. It was, I asked the doctor. I was like, "So, with all of this, am I now cancer free?" He said, "No." Yeah. I was like, "So, what is it?" It was like, "We've knocked it down to where it's dormant, and it's asleep, and it should be asleep for about another 10 years." I was like, "Okay." I said, "Well,"
yeah.
And I said, "Well." Still bought me some time, and and he said it's not the end of the world because 5 to 10 years from now, there's other treatments, and there's other ways to fight it. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, but either way, I'm grateful now.
Right.
I'm grateful now, and I say that because at one point, everything that was going on with my body and interacting with the depression and everything, I got to a point where I wished I had never gotten treated.
Yeah.
I was that hurt. I was that guy. I mean, you take away one of the main parts of being a man from a man, that's hurtful.
Yeah.
That's very hurtful. And it's like, damn, and you at 48, 49 years old at the time, you still feel like, damn, I'm at this age. Like I feel like I'm not as young as I was, of course.
Right.
Damn, this is where I'm at. But it took a lot of prayer and it took a lot of understanding. And then finally I started to see some results of me coming back to me.
Right.
Still working on the weight loss, and Of course, I'm not perfect on my diet.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you're trying. I mean, I think sometimes we have to give ourselves grace, and I think sometimes we're harder on ourselves and anybody else. We have to
especially
give
men,
grace.
we're hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
We can be hard
I'm going to be doing a podcast too on depression and mental health too at some point too. So I'll sit on that because this in our community, the stigma of it all, and going to therapy and stuff, the shame that comes with it, where it shouldn't be. So I definitely
don't pay no attention to that shit.
They're like,
I just started a new session of therapy and counseling Thursday.
Good.
But because of having to deal with the depression of coming out of the disease, losing my dad, making sure I can be strong enough to hold up my family, because my son, my mom, my nieces, they watching, and me being quote unquote, now the dad is going quote unquote the man of the house, even though I don't live there in my mama's house, but,
right.
I'm the rock of the family now outside of my mother. So it was a lot, man. And I was like, dude, and I don't, it was a lot you don't want to. I don't want to, you can't really talk to, your parents or your family or your loved ones like that, because they're not professionals, and then two, they're gonna listen, and they're gonna listen from a place of love, instead of being objective and saying, okay, this is what this is. Try this, So I'm happy I started that, man, and I really the stigma that comes along in the Black community with mental health and getting help for mental health, I hate it so much, and it's because it's unwarranted. It's like, bro, you got something wrong, you want to go get checked out, and having something wrong with you is not just your stomach hurt or your ankle hurt or some shit like that. No, or back spasms. No, there can be some issues going on in your mind or in your heart, and you got to get looked at.
Man, listen, that whole incident, you heard about that incident that happened last Saturday with that dude on the road, that road rage incident?
I heard something about that with the stabs on the freeway. What the hell was that about?
I don't know.
I saw something about it. I was talking to my mother about that. I was like, Mom, this dude done got out and stabbed somebody and they damn dog over some road rage?
Oh, no. It was his dog, his own dog. He did it. So I'm like, what the heck did this lady in his mind do to make him snap? And so he sideswiped another lady and her daughter. And so they were kind of like, oh, he's not about to do this and get away. But she said he was so focused on those ladies, that he didn't even pay attention that he sideswiped them. But they're like, oh, no, we're going to get him. And his eyes rise to call the police because he's not going to get away. And they pull up behind and he gets out the car. And next thing they know, they walk up on him just poking. I'm going to use the word poking. These people. And they're like, oh, my God. And then they started running so he wouldn't get them. And I'm like, and they're like, oh yeah, he worked for the State Department and this and that. I'm like,
what is going on?
And then even for the trooper to get there and have to take him out, because he's coming after him. I'm like, yo, like it was something already either intrusive thoughts or something was off. And I'm waiting for somebody from his job to come and be like, I always thought, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a little off. Because what took you over the edge like that?
Yeah, something was already going on. It had to be. I'm never just woke up and decided, you know what, somebody cut me off in traffic, boy, it's about to be on.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it to this level. And then why did you even have a knife that big? Like what? Like what is going on? So but yeah, a lot of people out here definitely need to be on the couch and talking about some stuff that's not. I think you and I have been on the same post, and I'm like another post, with like side, and I'm like, what is going on? Like,
damn, again with this
every day, again, and then people are like, oh, this might be old, and I'm like, no, something is amiss, something is wrong, and we need, But again, that's going to be another topic. But I'm so glad that you're still getting your help. I probably need to because I've been going through some stuff. Just being a federal employee. With this up and down, working, not working.
Oh goodness, yeah.
We got all kind of stuff changing, and now we got this drama. And I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot.
I can tell you, I'm glad I ain't in uniform now. No, I know that shit.
So
I look
I'm
back at it. I got
definitely
some
praying for
homeboys
those
that
who
still in
are.
it, and I'm like, bro.
Yeah,
And all of them the same thing. Yep, I'm retiring. I'm done with this shit. My
yeah,
cousin talked to
yeah,
me. He was like, yeah, bro. He was like, yeah, cuz I'm done.
yeah. And so many people just like they're just leaving because they're sick of it.
Yeah.
But again, that's definitely another topic that I will
Right.
cover. But I got back into this podcasting thing too because I felt like it helps me mentally, to be able to talk to other people or talk about just what's going on, like just to just get it out,
Yeah.
and I can talk anyway. So why not citizens of youth? I mean, I ain't getting paid for it. This is just honestly something that I do like to do.
Yeah.
And another thing I wanted to share is I have a client. So what I started to do when I was going through chemo, I couldn't go to the gym, right? Because we're going through COVID. So no gym is out. Okay, of course, And so I wanted to stay fit. I wasn't fit, but I just wanted to keep moving. So I ended up doing laundry. I used to do like a laundry, you go pick up, do your laundry, drop it off, laundry service. So then after, I ended up stopping with the company after my kid's father passed away. And that was in 23. I just started doing my own thing. And so sometimes I would be at the laundromat and I'll see an elderly person, or sometimes it's even been word of mouth. So I still do my laundry. I help, some cancer patients do laundry because when you're going through that treatment or you're going through cancer treatment, you're tired. You are exhausted. So that was a reason why I was like, all right, I'm going to start doing this on my own. So one of my clients that I have, really sweet, he's in his 80s. He lives around the corner from me, and I met him at the laundromat. And it's hot, and he's walking because he can't drive no more. His eyesight's bad. I'm like, I'll do your laundry. I charge him $1 a pound.
Yeah.
And I do his laundry. I go pick it up and everything like that. But he has had prostate cancer, dealing with it for 20 something years.
Wow. Yeah.
And he's still here. And I just want to,
and that was another thing that they told me. They was
still here.
They've had folks that have been diagnosed, and it was like, yeah, it might come back in 10 years. And they was like, yeah, I got diagnosed with it in my 50s, and now I'm 77. And and that's the biggest thing too. I don't know if you felt it when you first got diagnosed, but one of the things that I felt when I first got diagnosed is the feeling of loneliness, like it's only happening to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And even though in the back of your mind, it's not, but that's how it felt.
Yeah.
And it was just like, damn. And then once I spoke a little more about it, people came out of nowhere. A few of my Mason brothers came out. Yeah. It was like, yeah, I got diagnosed. I had the surgery. Oh, I got diagnosed. I had the
right.
I had the radiation treatment. I had the, this, that, and the other. There's a couple dudes that work with me. He's like, yeah, I had the surgery. Oh, yeah, I had the radiation treatment. Yeah, I had it. All of them brothers, of course.
Right.
All of them black men. Most of them older than me. Right. I think matter of fact, all of them older than me, and some well into their 70s, close to their 80s almost. It's like, yeah, I had it years ago, and got this treatment, and I'm cool.
Yeah, you good. Yeah.
Yeah. So another brother, there's a couple brothers. One of the brothers that worked with me, he said he had stomach pain, and he got his happened while he was in the military still.
Oh wow.
And another, he said he had stomach pain. Another brother, he was the same as me. He had no symptoms, and just out of blood work, they found it.
They found it.
That's another reason why I push and say, brothers, go get checked out, man. Just if
I guess one of my questions would be, because of course, because I've been diagnosed, so of course when I go, they're going to do blood tests. But is that a normal part of physicals? Is the blood test, or is it like
blood work?
I think that's something I want to know. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure it's not just an age thing, that they're doing it.
Nah, blood work.
People scared of the needle.
Like
I don't want to do the needle thing. I want to get no
it don't. No, like when I was in the military, they start at age 30. I think they start at age 30 or 35. I think it's 30 with prostate exams. Okay. And they do them every 5 years.
Yeah.
And but outside civilian, they say they start at age 40 and they want you to do them every 5 years.
Wow, that's a difference.
For me, blood work it's always been a thing. It's always been a thing. You know, for them to check blood sugar and heart levels and, you know, everything. Yeah. And if they don't say anything about it, I request it. Hey, you get your shit and, you know, let me fill up a couple vials. I'll sit here until I ain't gonna pass out. I'm cool. You know, take whatever you need. Trust me, my heart's still going. I'll get more. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
You know, as long as I can find out what's going on with me and make sure nothing's going on and I'm fine.
Right.
Whatever it takes though.
Listen, any little ache, I'll be like, let me go on KPI, guys. Let me go in here and try to find out what this is.
Yeah.
Make sure this monster ain't trying to rear its ugly head.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I totally get it. You end up getting a PTSD in a way too. You know, they tell you, you know, stuff like it's dormant or you know, you're in this, and then you're like, okay, am I cancer free? So like with mine, they'll be like cancer free, but honestly, you don't think that. No. And I joined a lot of there's been 10 of us in my family with breast cancer. 10 of us. My mom passed away of it. I think I had some cousins, but they had other stuff going on too. So that wasn't the main thing. So, but their type was different than mine. So I felt alone in that way because my treatment compared to theirs is different. Even the fact that I had this heart thing on top of getting the treatment, I'm like, nobody else has had to go through this. But then when I met other women and I got into some of these groups on Facebook and I heard them say these stories, there has definitely been some sadness because I can't be in there all the time. You can't always be in there. Just sometimes you want to go in there and see when people post their survival stories. It's been 20 years. It's been this, it's been that. And you're like, okay, this is the type of stuff, you know, but then I might see a celebrity that passed and you know, it just all comes crashing down. You know what I mean? And you just go through that. It's just an experience that you have because of the back. It just comes with it. So I don't want to. It's 9:17. I don't want to hold you longer. No, it's been really great talking to you, and I know
good talking to you. Good to see you.
Some other topics that I definitely would like to pull you in for. So we'll I mean, even if you think of anything, I keep telling my viewers if y'all think of something that y'all want us to talk about. Y'all know somebody or whatever you want to talk about, check it out. The video will be here on this Facebook, but I'm also streaming to YouTube, guys. So go to our script and then look up Coco and I'll script with Coco and it's there. So everything is live. If you guys have any questions, anybody have any questions for Dre before we end the live? I did
ask me anything.
Well,
ask me anything.
And stuff. So if you guys, I'll give you guys an opportunity. If you guys want to ask him something. So let me ask you this. So like, since your son is not there, what are they saying that your son needs to do as he's getting older and stuff? Do they say, okay, because of your history, he needs to look out for certain things or he needs to test earlier or anything like that?
Nothing.
Okay.
Mostly, like I said, everything they telling them to take care of themselves. It's like watch his diet, you know, bring his weight down, and you know, just try not to overindulge in processed foods and things that's high in salt and stuff like that. And I get on him about that when he making stuff and he season. I'm like, cut some of that out, man. You don't need all that. You know, some of the salt and some of the seasoning, cut some of that stuff out. There's a lot of the, you know, and but other than that, in any other way, trying to avoid, you know, my situation, what I have, it's really nothing. It's just taking care of yourself at a young age, basically.
Yeah.
And trying not to be one of the six.
Yeah.
You know.
that number 1 in 6 is like that's crazy, right? That's crazy. Yeah. That's really crazy. So we definitely want to see those numbers change in our community, y'all. Men, ladies, the ladies are in here said, thanks for sharing your story. Excuse me.
Welcome.
Yeah, you guys share this stuff with y'all men's brothers, uncles, cousins, all of that. So because this story is definitely an important one. So Dre, thank you again. You know, I see you in the comments on Facebook.
Yeah.
Dre and I be in the comments going. We be on the same post, y'all.
Like,
And
I was like,
sometimes
oh shit.
we don't see
Here
eye
she
to
goes.
eye. Sometimes we do, but at the end of the day, it's all love. We
I'm
don't
like,
always
here she goes. She
always
starting
have
shit.
to
I'm like,
agree. But it's
here she goes. She got the big spoon out, stirring the pot. I'm like, oh.
I gotta do
Sometimes
that.
I'm like, nope, I ain't gonna do it. And I'm like, you know what? Let me fuck with her real quick. I ain't got nothing to do. Hey.
Woo, I'm something else in the comments, ain't I? Woo.
So I'm like, especially on them weird pop the balloon joints and what's my man name? The Jeremy Holloway joints.
Jeremy
I'm
Holloway,
like,
I be like, man,
oh, here she
yeah,
goes.
I
Here she goes.
do. I be going in there. I be
Oh,
going. I did my Wednesday podcast was about books. And I was like, I be chilling sometimes. I know some people may not think I'm chilling, but then I always have somebody trying to mess with me. And I'm like, all right, you want to do this? You really want to?
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I be cool and just, but then in some stuff, I'm like, here they go. Here go, especially the MAGA folks. Here they come.
Man, listen.
Because I'm forever doing
eat them up.
I'm forever doing battle for Angel Reese because they jump on Angel Reese. And
oh yeah,
I'm like, and
man,
they had one about. Hey man, I saw a post today about what was a picture of Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh Lord,
some goofy jumps on there and talking about, it look like Oprah Winfrey. I was funny. I said, I think all white people look alike too.
Yeah, it's them, and then some of the us that's MAGAs. Woo! I'm like, really?
Oh my God! Them.
I had a friend where I was like, you know what? And like one of them, they on another page, so I'll never see that thing. I'm like, y'all just trying to like trigger on purpose. So,
like, dude, you shucking and jiving, man. Come on,
big time. So, but thank
y'all
everybody.
for listening. Talking to the audience, and thank y'all for listening, and thank y'all for showing up, man. I definitely keep telling my story and hoping, getting. If I can move one brother to go get checked out, get looked at, and take the steps to take better care of himself. That's a big thing, and I'm influencing that young man upstairs as well.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for listening, man. Thank y'all for showing up.
Yeah, thank y'all for coming through, man. Dre, I mean, even think about journaling. Look at me giving you advice. How you doing? But that might even just help sometimes. I'm on here.
I thought about that. It's been a long time, man. My buddies keep telling me about it. They like, man, like nigga, you need to write a book. And I'm like,
right. But look,
like,
look, journaling. You could do it in your voice thing, in your voice memo, and just talk. Today is March 7th, and this is how I feel today. Blah 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 blah.
Yep.
Saved it. You could do the what is it called, transcript for that? You know what I mean?
Okay, yep.
And then in the end, just put it all together. You know what I mean? Like, so it's definitely much easier than sitting there writing and stuff. And it's probably definitely therapeutic. So, but we'll chat some more. Chat some more. Definitely thank you for coming on Off Script with Coco.
Thank you for having me.
It. I'm glad everybody understand what I'm saying for these. Like, oh Lord, I don't sound like much wrong. So, guys, I will see you guys next Wednesday. I do not have a topic yet. I'm going to think of one, and I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys posted. Dre, talk to you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Be safe. Take care. Of course.
All right.
All right, now.
Thanks, sir.
Yep.
All right. Bye.